Ladies and gentlemen, each day we are granted is a blank canvas, an opportunity to sculpt the life we desire. But to truly make every day count, we must understand that this day is not just another series of hours. It is the foundation upon which we build our dreams, our success, and our legacy. To make each day count, you must first discover your purpose. Purpose is the compass that guides our lives. It is the force that drives us, the reason behind every action we take, and the motivation that propels us forward, especially when we face adversity. Without purpose, life can feel like a series of disconnected events, a journey without direction or meaning. But with a clear and strong sense of purpose, every day becomes an opportunity for fulfillment, growth, and achievement. Purpose gives us a sense of clarity and focus. In today's fast-paced world, where distractions are constant and choices seem endless, it is easy to become overwhelmed. We can easily lose sight of what truly matters and get swept up in the noise of external expectations and superficial goals. Purpose, however, acts as an anchor, a constant reminder of what we are striving for. It filters out the distractions, helping us make decisions that are aligned with our values, passions, and long-term aspirations. When we have purpose, it doesn't just guide our actions, it fuels them. Purpose fills us with a sense of energy and enthusiasm, even on the toughest days. It's the spark that keeps us going when obstacles seem insurmountable, and it gives us the resilience to keep moving forward. No matter the circumstances, a clear purpose provides the strength to face challenges head-on, because we understand that each challenge is merely a stepping stone toward fulfilling our greater vision. Purpose also shapes how we view success. When we are clear about our purpose, success is not defined by societal standards or superficial measures like wealth, status, or recognition. Instead, success becomes about living authentically and aligning our actions with what truly matters to us. Purpose redefines what it means to live a fulfilled life, shifting the focus from external achievements to internal satisfaction. It brings a deeper sense of meaning to even the most mundane tasks because we see them as part of the larger picture of our goals and vision. Moreover, purpose gives us a deeper connection to others. When we know what we stand for and what we want to contribute to the world, we naturally attract like-minded people who share our values. This sense of shared purpose fosters collaboration, support, and mutual growth. Purpose connects us to something bigger than ourselves, whether it's a community, a cause, or a mission. It creates a sense of belonging and a feeling that our lives matter, not just for our own benefit, but for the benefit of others as well. When purpose is clearly defined, it can also act as a guiding light in moments of doubt and confusion. Life is full of uncertainty, and there will be times when we question the path we are on or the decisions we are making. In those moments, our purpose serves as a reminder of why we started in the first place. It helps us regain perspective, reminding us that even the most difficult moments are part of a larger plan. It offers us the courage to take the next step, even when the future seems unclear. But discovering purpose is not always easy. It often requires introspection, time, and a willingness to explore what truly matters to us. It's about asking the right questions. What do I stand for? What do I want to contribute to the world? What drives me? For some, purpose may be immediately clear, but for others, it may evolve over time as they grow, learn, and experience life. Purpose is not a static destination. It is a dynamic, living force that changes and adapts as we move through different stages of life. It's a journey, not a final answer. Purpose is not only an internal motivator, but a powerful force that influences everything around us. It shapes our relationships, our work, our health, and our personal growth. It is the key to living a life that is not only successful, but meaningful. When we connect with our purpose, we unlock a greater sense of satisfaction and fulfillment in all that we do. Discipline is the cornerstone of personal growth, achievement, and success. It is the quiet force that drives us to stay on course, to persist through difficulties, and to continue working toward our goals even when motivation wanes. Without discipline, even the most talented individuals will falter, and grand plans will remain unrealized. Discipline is not a temporary state of willpower. It is a habit, a consistent choice to do what needs to be done, regardless of immediate gratification or external circumstances. At its core, discipline is the ability to control one's actions and behaviors in the pursuit of long-term goals. It is the act of choosing consistency over convenience, commitment over complacency. When we are disciplined, we are focused on the bigger picture, understanding that the small, often repetitive actions we take today will lead to the success we desire tomorrow. Discipline requires us to make decisions not based on how we feel in the moment, but on what we know will bring us closer to our aspirations. One of the most profound aspects of discipline is its ability to foster consistency. The key to success is not doing something spectacular once in a while, but doing the right thing consistently day after day. This consistency in effort compounds over time, often leading to results that may not be immediately visible but will manifest in the form of significant progress and achievement. Whether it's in building a business, learning a new skill, or improving one's health, it is the daily commitment to doing the necessary work that creates lasting results. Discipline is also essential in overcoming distractions and temptations. In a world filled with constant noise, distractions, and instant gratifications, staying on track with our goals requires an unwavering commitment to the task at hand. Discipline helps us resist the pull of short-term pleasures, whether they come in the form of procrastination, indulgence, or even negative influences from the people around us. It is the ability to say no to things that do not serve our greater purpose, even when they seem appealing in the moment. A disciplined approach also allows us to develop the resilience needed to handle setbacks and challenges. Life is rarely linear. Obstacles and failures are inevitable. But discipline ensures that when we encounter difficulties, we don't give up. Instead, we persist. It's about having the fortitude to continue moving forward, to adjust and learn from failures, rather than allowing setbacks to derail our progress. This resilience is born from the daily practice of pushing through adversity, from choosing the path of effort, even when the results aren't immediately clear. Furthermore, discipline is a vital aspect of self-control, which is crucial for personal development. The ability to control one's impulses, emotions, and desires is a defining characteristic of a disciplined individual. This self-control allows us to make decisions that are in line with our long-term values, even when short-term temptations arise. It is this self-mastery that enables us to manage our time, our resources, and our efforts more effectively, leading to greater productivity and achievement. Discipline is also intrinsically tied to personal accountability. When we hold ourselves to high standards of discipline, we are taking responsibility for our own success. No one else can do the work for us, and no external force can dictate how we use our time or energy. Discipline requires a personal commitment to excellence, an acknowledgement that our progress is a direct result of the effort we put in each day. It is in holding ourselves accountable that we gain the power to shape our own destinies. In the long run, discipline shapes our character. It refines our ability to make decisions based on our values and long-term objectives, rather than reacting impulsively to external pressures. Over time, this disciplined approach to life transforms us into individuals who are reliable, dependable, and capable of achieving great things. Our mindset is one of the most powerful forces in shaping our lives. It determines how we approach challenges, how we perceive failure, and how we ultimately define success. The way we think influences our actions, which over time shapes our outcomes. Mastering your mindset means taking control of your thoughts and beliefs, shifting them in a direction that serves your highest potential. This mastery is not something achieved overnight, but rather a continual process of self-awareness, adjustment, and intentional growth. The first step in mastering your mindset is recognizing that your thoughts and beliefs are not fixed, they are malleable. Many people are unaware of how much control they have over their mental landscape. We are often products of our environment, conditioned by our experiences, upbringing, and the people around us. However, this does not mean we are prisoners to these influences. Through conscious effort, we can begin to reframe our beliefs and thoughts, replacing limiting ideas with empowering ones. A key aspect of mastering your mindset is developing a growth mindset. This concept, popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, centers around the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication, hard work, and learning from failures. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to grow, rather than as obstacles to avoid. They embrace effort and perseverance, understanding that success is a journey, not a destination. This mindset contrasts sharply with a fixed mindset, where individuals believe their abilities are static and failure is seen as a reflection of their inadequacy. Having a growth mindset opens up new possibilities. It allows us to take risks, try new things, and stretch beyond our current limitations. When we view failure as a part of the learning process, it becomes less intimidating. Instead of retreating in the face of setbacks, we become more resilient, more willing to keep going, and more confident in our ability to overcome obstacles. We realize that every experience, whether positive or negative, contributes to our overall growth. Another critical component of mastering your mindset is the ability to cultivate positive thinking. This does not mean ignoring challenges or pretending that everything is always fine. Positive thinking is about training your mind to focus on solutions, to find opportunities in every setback, and to maintain an optimistic perspective, even when circumstances are tough. The power of positive thinking lies in its ability to reframe our outlook on life. When we expect good things to happen and believe in our ability to navigate difficulties, we are more likely to act in ways that bring about positive outcomes. Our mindset influences our actions, and when we believe that we can succeed, we are more likely to take the necessary steps to make it happen. A vital aspect of positive thinking is practicing gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already have. It helps us to recognize the abundance in our lives, which can increase our overall sense of contentment and happiness. Gratitude encourages us to be present in the moment and appreciate the journey, rather than constantly chasing after future achievements or dwelling on past mistakes. By regularly acknowledging the positive aspects of our lives, we foster a mindset of abundance and resilience. Self-talk plays a crucial role in the way we view ourselves and the world. The language we use when we talk to ourselves, whether internally or externally, has a profound impact on our mindset. Negative self-talk can undermine our confidence, keep us stuck in fear, and reinforce limiting beliefs. On the other hand, encouraging and affirming self-talk can empower us to take bold actions, embrace challenges, and see ourselves as capable of achieving great things. Mastering your mindset involves changing the way you speak to yourself, replacing self-doubt with self-assurance, and consistently reinforcing a positive narrative about your abilities and potential. Finally, mastering your mindset involves embracing emotional intelligence. Our emotions are not something to be ignored or suppressed. Instead, they are signals that provide valuable insights into our thoughts and behaviors. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our emotions in a constructive way. When we can stay calm and composed under pressure, when we can navigate difficult emotions without being controlled by them, we are better equipped to make rational decisions and respond to challenges effectively. Emotional mastery allows us to maintain a clear, focused mindset even in the face of adversity, enabling us to stay on course toward our goals. Time is the most valuable resource we have, yet it is often the one we take for granted. Unlike money or possessions, time cannot be earned back once it's spent. Every moment that passes is a moment we will never get back. For this reason, learning how to leverage time effectively is essential to achieving success, maintaining balance, and creating a fulfilling life. How we choose to use our time determines the quality and direction of our lives. It is the key to making progress toward our goals and realizing our full potential. The first step in leveraging time is recognizing its finite nature. Time is a resource that once used is gone forever. It's crucial to approach time with a sense of urgency without becoming overwhelmed by its fleeting nature. Every day presents us with 24 hours, and how we choose to use those hours ultimately shapes our future. It's not about working non-stop or filling every minute with activity. Rather, it's about being intentional with how we allocate our time. By prioritizing what matters most, we can make the best use of the time we have. One of the most powerful tools for leveraging time is effective planning. Without a clear plan, time could easily slip away in the haze of distractions, unimportant tasks, or indecision. Planning gives us structure and direction, allowing us to allocate time to our most important objectives. Whether it's setting daily, weekly, or long-term goals, planning ensures that every moment is spent in alignment with our larger vision. By breaking down big goals into manageable tasks, we avoid feeling overwhelmed and create a clear path forward. Moreover, prioritization is a critical aspect of leveraging time. Not all tasks are created equal. Some tasks move us closer to our goals, while others merely fill up time without providing much value. The key is identifying the tasks that have the greatest impact and focusing our energy on them. This involves saying no to distractions, cutting out time-wasting activities, and making conscious choices about how to allocate our attention. By practicing prioritization, we ensure that our time is spent on activities that contribute to our personal growth, our professional success, and the well-being of those we care about. Time blocking is another highly effective technique for leveraging time. This method involves assigning specific blocks of time to specific activities, ensuring that we have dedicated time for focused work, rest, and personal activities. By scheduling our day in advance, we eliminate the chaos of multitasking and allow ourselves to focus on one task at a time. Time blocking helps create a sense of discipline and structure, making it easier to stay on track and avoid distractions. It also allows us to reserve time for the things that matter most, such as family, exercise, and self-care, ensuring that we achieve balance in our lives. Another powerful way to leverage time is by delegating tasks that do not require our direct involvement. Many of us try to do everything ourselves, believing that we are the only ones who can handle certain tasks. However, this often leads to burnout and inefficiency. By delegating tasks to others, we free up time to focus on what truly matters. Delegation is not about avoiding responsibility, but about recognizing that time is better spent on high-impact activities. Whether it's at work or in personal life, delegating effectively can significantly increase productivity and reduce stress. The ability to eliminate distractions is another key factor in maximizing the value of our time. In today's world, distractions are everywhere, from social media to emails to constant notifications. These interruptions steal precious moments and derail our focus. By creating an environment that minimizes distractions, we can work more efficiently and achieve more in less time. This might involve turning off notifications, creating a designated workspace, or setting boundaries with others during critical work periods. By consciously eliminating distractions, we allow ourselves to be fully present and productive in each moment. Lastly, reflecting on how we spend our time is an important step in optimizing our use of it. Regular self-reflection allows us to evaluate whether we are spending our time in alignment with our goals and values. Are we focusing on the right things? Are we making time for what truly matters? Through reflection, we can identify patterns of behavior that are not serving us and make adjustments. By regularly checking in with ourselves, we ensure that we are using our time in a way that supports our vision for the future. In the pursuit of success, one of the most common traps people fall into is the need for perfection. The desire to get everything exactly right before taking action can be paralyzing. While striving for excellence is admirable, the pursuit of perfection can often lead to procrastination, missed opportunities, and frustration. The truth is, action is more important than perfection. By taking consistent, imperfect steps forward, we make progress, learn, and grow qualities that are vital for long-term success. The key to overcoming the perfectionism trap is understanding that perfection does not exist. In any endeavor, whether it's personal development, business, or creativity, there will always be room for improvement. Expecting flawless execution every time is unrealistic and counterproductive. The world is filled with uncertainty, variables, and constantly changing circumstances, and as such, there is no such thing as a perfect moment or the perfect solution. The pursuit of perfection can create endless delays as individuals focus on refining the smallest details rather than moving forward with a bigger picture. The power of taking action lies in the fact that it creates momentum. When we take action, even if it's imperfect, we start moving toward our goals. Every small step, no matter how seemingly insignificant, compounds over time. It's through this process of consistent action that we build experience, refine our skills, and get closer to our vision. In fact, taking action often leads to better outcomes than waiting for everything to be perfect. By getting started, we learn from the real-world feedback we receive, adjust our approach, and continue progressing. The act of doing is far more valuable than waiting for the perfect scenario to unfold. Failure is another important aspect of the action over perfection mentality. When we take action, we open ourselves up to the possibility of failure, and while this can be uncomfortable, it is an essential part of the learning process. Perfectionism tends to make us fear failure, which then leads to hesitation or avoidance. However, failure is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. Each failure carries valuable lessons that propel us forward, teaching us what works, what doesn't, and what we can improve. The more we act, the more we learn, and the more successful we become in the long term. Taking action over perfection also requires a shift in mindset. It's about recognizing that progress, not perfection, is the ultimate goal. Every task we take on, every challenge we face, is an opportunity to move forward, even if it's not done flawlessly. The perfectionist mindset often leads to the avoidance of taking risks or trying new things because of a fear of not getting it right. On the other hand, the mindset of action encourages us to embrace imperfection as part of the journey. It reminds us that what matters is not the end result, but the fact that we are in motion, learning, and evolving. Efficiency is another benefit of prioritizing action over perfection. When we focus on taking action, we cut through the paralysis that often accompanies overthinking. Perfectionists tend to get caught in the weeds, making sure every detail is perfect, which wastes time and resources. Action-oriented individuals, on the other hand, understand that results come from consistent effort and iteration. Instead of spending weeks refining a single aspect of a project, they launch, test, and adjust as they go. This not only saves time, but also accelerates learning and adaptation. Moreover, taking action over perfection encourages a sense of freedom and creativity. When we are not bogged down by the fear of imperfection, we are more willing to experiment, explore new ideas, and push boundaries. Creativity thrives in an environment where mistakes are seen as opportunities, and action is prioritized over perfection. The more we allow ourselves to take imperfect action, the more we open ourselves up to new possibilities and innovations that we might have otherwise missed by waiting for everything to be flawless. At its core, action over perfection is about embracing the process rather than being fixated on the outcome. It's about trusting in the power of doing and learning along the way. Each step we take, regardless of how small or imperfect, moves us closer to our goals. And in the end, it is through taking action, not striving for unattainable perfection, that we create real and lasting success. Reflection and adaptation are two critical components of personal growth, achievement, and long-term success. The ability to pause, assess, and learn from experiences provides the insight necessary to make better decisions, improve performance, and overcome obstacles. In a world where the pace of life often leads us to rush from one task to the next, the practice of reflection gives us the space to gain clarity, evaluate our actions, and adapt our approach. Without this, we risk repeating the same mistakes, missing opportunities for improvement, and losing sight of the progress we've made. Reflection begins with self-awareness. Taking the time to requires the ability to step back from the busyness of life and look at what has happened, what we've done, and why we've done it. It's about asking meaningful questions. What well? What didn't? Why did things turn out the way they did? What can I learn from this experience? These questions allow us to explore the underlying reasons for our successes and failures, enabling us to uncover patterns in our behavior, decision-making, and mindset. Without this awareness, it is easy to move through life without understanding the root causes of our outcomes. Moreover, reflection helps us identify our strengths and weaknesses. Through honest self-assessment, we can pinpoint areas where we excel, allowing us to build on those strengths, and areas where we need to improve, providing a roadmap for personal development. Reflection helps us become our own best teacher, offering us the guidance we need to understand our capabilities and limitations. It also allows us to become more attuned to our emotional responses and mental states, helping us understand how our feelings influence our actions. By making reflection a regular habit, we foster a deeper understanding of ourselves and our actions, leading to better decision-making moving forward. Once reflection has occurred, the next step is adaptation. The process of adaptation involves adjusting our behavior, strategies, or beliefs based on the lessons learned during reflection. Adaptation is a fundamental part of the growth process because it enables us to evolve, refine our approach, and make necessary changes to stay aligned with our goals. Without adaptation, reflection would serve little purpose. It is through adaptation that we take the lessons from our experiences and implement them in real-world situations, turning knowledge into action. One of the most powerful aspects of reflection and adaptation is its role in learning from failure. Failure is often viewed negatively, but it is one of the greatest sources of learning. When we reflect on a failure, rather than seeing it as a setback, we can reframe it as a lesson in disguise. Why did things go wrong? What could I have done differently? What can I do in the future to avoid making the same mistakes? Failure provides us with an opportunity to reassess our methods, beliefs, and strategies, leading to more effective and informed action in the future. Those who successfully adapt to failure are not defined by mistakes, but by their ability to learn from them and move forward with greater wisdom. Reflection and adaptation also play a crucial role in staying focused on long-term goals. Life is filled with distractions, setbacks, and unexpected changes. Without reflection, it is easy to lose sight of our long-term objectives and become caught up in the immediate challenges or minor successes. Reflection helps us stay grounded and ensures that we remain aligned with our purpose, reminding us of the bigger picture and the steps we need to take to get there. By adapting our approach based on our reflections, we continue to move forward, even when the path ahead is unclear or difficult. In personal and professional life, flexibility is key to adapting successfully. Life doesn't always go according to plan, and the ability to adjust when things don't work out as expected is essential. This flexibility is a direct result of regularly reflecting on our experiences and understanding that change is not something to fear, but something to embrace. Through consistent reflection and adaptation, we become more agile, open to new ideas, and capable of navigating challenges with confidence. This adaptability is what enables us to grow, stay resilient, and ultimately succeed in a constantly changing world. In conclusion, mastering our mindset, leveraging time, embracing action over perfection, and practicing reflection and adaptation are the foundational pillars of success and personal growth. By cultivating a growth-oriented mindset and taking consistent action, we unlock our true potential. Time, when managed effectively, becomes a powerful ally in achieving our goals. Prioritizing progress over perfection ensures that we keep moving forward, learning from every experience. Reflection and adaptation provide the clarity needed to evolve, improve, and stay focused on our long-term vision. Together, these principles enable us to create meaningful, successful lives that align with our deepest aspirations.